Yuki-chan asked me if I could show the best location for building houses. Yes, I got you. I can only speak from my own experience, of course, so if you think some of the locations are shitty, that's totally valid. How do I choose where to build? First of all, the scenery. I have to love the view from my window, preferably somewhere near water. Sometimes I even think a little bit about feng shui. Facing the water with a mountain behind you is actually practical too, because you get a clear view and the enemy has a harder time sneaking up on you. There are some other amazing spots, but a few wild bosses live there, so I cannot build, which sucks. Second, I prefer a more or less flat area so the house doesn't float, although I'm willing to sacrifice that if the view is just too good. I will also show a few locations in later maps that I think are great for building, so this video will be relevant after a year, I hope. For every place, I will first show the nearest boundary stone on the map, then I'll walk to the actual spot and show you what I've already built there. Some of them aren't finished yet. You can still see some blueprints. I'm working hard to complete all of them so that I can show you the full builds later. I've built in every last one of these locations, or I have concrete planned too. So the first one is here, where you get married in the multi-world. After you reach this boundary stone, you just walk straight up. This is the only place on the map where I have these beautiful red maple trees. So I know quite a lot of people are building their houses here, despite the fact that the roads are not super flat. But you can totally build houses with some pillars at the bottom, so they still look flat-ish. Also, there are a lot of these gazebos later on. You can totally build that there. I built my elderly home here. Imagine being able to retire here. Oh, so this is like the childhood best friend's room. Look at that view. I just love it. I know she will love it too. Look at the view here. Like, imagine a lot of these elderly people, they could just play chess and look at that view. It's so good. So the second one is up in here at the Neverland, which is where our Aunt Han's restaurant is. But I'm not flaunting my restaurant yet. You can look at it. I'm not flaunting today. But if we go through to that pillar where you take that boat to Kaifeng, remember? You just run until we reach the shore, which is where I built my first huge house. This place is really good if you are a beginner because it really is very flat. If you build any buildings with pillars or if you put a few stone underneath it, this is the prime spot. Look how beautiful my big house is. I will put down the link below so that you can see the full room tour. Like, believe it or not, the interior is even better than the view. But anyways, like, I feel like this is a great place for you, so I definitely do recommend. This is where I built my first house. I tear that down later, but this is like the first finished product. The third prime spot, I know quite a lot of people build here as well. So we still go back to Neverland, but this time instead of go straight, we turn right and we reach the Sea of Flowers in no time. So this place is also really good for building because it's actually super flat, relatively speaking, of course, and the flowers are just so beautiful. Again, excuse my resolution, I'm playing on my iPad. The flowers in your computer will be amazing. This place is huge. I think you can easily fit 2 of your main house up in here if this is what you really want. I personally love this place. You can see a huge blueprint that I'm showing. It's not finished yet, but this is definitely beautiful. A lot of people also put their elderly home here. It is also recommended by the system. The next one is really good as well because they have these beautiful blue flowers and they have a waterfall. It is so beautiful though, and this is on par with the feng shui that I talked about, where you sit back at a mountain and then you overlook water. This is good strategic wise as well. You can see me building like 2 employee houses here because it's just so beautiful. However, I do know quite a lot of people, they just build their main houses here. By the way, at the very top here is a quaint little cave. Like imagine if you built your house downstairs and then here you can have study. Nobody can bother you. Isn't that cute? I mean, this floor is big enough to build a small house as well. But I think for most people, they actually build downstairs. So this is one of my employee dormitories that I built here. But obviously, you can just build your big house here. But some really amazing builder actually incorporate the water onto the design, which I thought it was amazing. So again, this place is at here. Now we go to our pottery barn. So alongside of the pottery barn, here is a huge ass Asian tree. I feel like this place would be great if you want to build a tree house. I mean, obviously later on you can build a tree house, like they give you a tree with like a platform you can build a house on. But this tree is like super authentic and you can actually build on it. I feel like it would be great. It's got some great view under it and it's like super near to our pottery barn, so I'm sure a lot of our employees could enjoy that as well. The next one is near the pier. You don't have to build here at first. After you unlock your estate, they will give you this place for your employees to live. It has a lot of other villagers living here. It also have some crops and it has like a really beautiful big yard, so I think it's perfect for families. I put a mother and a daughter here. So the next one has a really beautiful bamboo forest, and yes, it is where we used to grow up, which I think adds a lot to the sentimental value. So this is where we first started the game. And if we just go straight up ahead, there's this beautiful bamboo forest with some pretty blue flowers, and if we reach up here, we can also see a waterfall. I mean, I just love waterfalls, but the place that I'm actually recommending is behind the waterfall. Here we have some sort of a quaint little flat space. You can also see like mountains and sceneries, and the sun is so beautiful, especially at sunrise. It's just anyways, we can fit most of the mid-sized houses here perfectly. The red shadow does not mean it cannot be fitted here. It was because I was up to my own limit of building these big houses. Now let's go back to the waterfall. So I also built an employee house near here. You can see where my arrow is pointing. You can build like the smaller houses down here at the second floor. Maybe a little gazebo or something. But if you go down there, it actually gets spooky. Instantly it gets dark. Because it's spooky like that. This place hosted a ghost lady. So every time that you got here, it's gonna automatically turn to 9 p.m. in the evening. So if you love to party, if you want your house to be in a place where you never see the sun, that is the place for you. But if you run across it, you can actually see another big plane. Let me do it in the morning so you have a clearer view. See, this place I think is pretty cool as well. Like you have water in front of you and in the back. So if you can see, obviously like you can see it red because I already maxed out my limit. But look at the view though. If you put your main house here, it's gonna be amazing. If you put any of the smaller houses, like mid-sized house, I would say. It would still look amazing. Part of it sitting on land, maybe part of it sitting on the water. Yeah, you're overlooking the waterfall. I think it looked great. So this is where it is. If you don't believe me about going back there at night, we can do the test again. See, I said it in the morning and instantly it became at night. Instantly. I think this place is beautiful though. It also has sentimental values once you reach the plot point, and this mural is amazing. I'm thinking like if you really do want this place to be your home, you can put a lot of lights so that, you know, it's gonna be better. Because for the photo mode, you can actually change the weather and the time. You can see how beautiful the mural is and how cute this place is if it wasn't hexed by that female ghost. Now we're talking about Hexi Liangzhou. I just love this place. I just love this place so much. Although you cannot build your estate here, however, you can always build with your personal building components. I'm actually commissioning someone to build a house for me here. I have to wait though, like she's not gonna be free until the middle of December. So after you reach the boundary stone, you just go straight up ahead. There's gonna be a high mountain. Unfortunately, you're gonna have to climb until the very top of the mountain. But it's gonna be worth it. It's so pretty. Oh, by the way, a lot of people has asked me, like, are there gonna be teleportation for your estate? Yes! Every house you build, whether it's your main house, your pottery barn, your restaurant, even the smaller house that you built for your employees, can actually be teleported to whenever you want. So you can also use that to your advantage if you want to farm something. I will let you decide like how to use that. Unfortunately, for the personal building components, you cannot teleport, which is going to be a problem, but I think it's all gonna be worth it. It's breathtakingly beautiful. Can you see this? Can you see this? Can you see this? In here, the view is even better. You have a huge Buddha kind of protecting you at your back, and then you can see this beautiful moon reflecting the good old days. So this is where it is. So the very top part of the Bujianshan map is a huge open plain. I see so many people building up there because the view is amazing, as you can imagine. Also, it's a huge open plain. It's completely flat. It's a Chinese bagua, which is basically the Chinese zodiac, but it's definitely more accurate though. You probably heard of yin and yang. Yin and yang is two components on the bagua. There are also like other components. So some of you probably have seen this. This is a house that I had commissioned. So someone came to my world and built it for me. It's like I hired a decoration team. Anyways, this is the highest place in Warren's at this point, and they have this beautiful, beautiful pink tree. I just love watching the sunrise up in here. It just makes me feel very special. I think it's really good for any of the personal components. So this is the location. This place is also amazing because how many pretty flowers there are. There are also dandelions. Unfortunately, my iPad doesn't really have the moving plants animation to save like CPU and stuff. But it's so beautiful though. Like this place has a dandelion field. Although it is kind of bumpy, it's not really flat. But look how beautiful. I would literally love to live here, overlooking the mountain tops. Yeah, it's just perfect. So if we run towards the big plane and took a right turn over here, I will speed up the process here, but we will see a beautiful field of red flowers. Look at that sunlight. Oh my god, this is so beautiful. It's so beautiful. The sun, everything is so perfect. Just look at that view. Oh my god. You're literally living in the cloud. How cool is that? And if you go up in here, we can see a very big open field. It is completely and utterly flat, so you can totally just build your house here. There will be, however, 3 dead enemies laying in front of us, but I can't be bothered. So yeah, this is the location.